Hey everybody, welcome back to Epic Beauty Fail. I'm Jessica. On today's video, we're going to be unboxing my Boxycharm Premium for July 2020. My Boxycharm Original, though, is actually running behind. I got an email from Boxycharm saying that basically it's going to be at least another week before I get it. So you might not be seeing it for a little bit yet. But the good news is, my premium is here, and we're going to go ahead and open it. So, before we get started, I do want to let you know I have my own online clothing boutique. It is nimnies.com. Links in the description bar down below if you're curious. If not, that's okay too. Also, if you like this video while you're watching, go ahead and give me a thumbs up down below. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you doing? Why not? Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And if you have any comments while you're watching, go ahead and leave those in the comment section down below. Alright, so I do have some makeup on my face today. I have my foundation, my concealer, and my brows. Everything else... well, I need to get a lip product that I'm not getting a lip product in today's Boxycharm Premium, so I will have to pull out a lip product, but everything else for my face is in this box. So let's go ahead and open it up. This is what it looks like inside, and then that is what it looks like. So lots of good stuff this month. I'm going to go ahead and pull the card out. This is Boxycharm Sunshine is the theme. And then on the side of the card, it has all the products that are listed in my box. So I will be referring to that as we go. So let's go ahead and I'm going to pull everything out first, tell you what I got. And then after I do that, I'm going to go ahead and try on all of the products that I can try on today. So let's go ahead and get in. I'm going to go ahead and pull this out first. This is from Browbar, New York. And this is the Bitter Green Essence Toner. Let's go ahead and pull it out of the box and see what it looks like. Ooh, is that like, well, it's not fully like liquidy. There is almost like a jelly-like consistency, but it's not like jelly. Does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it doesn't make sense. Oh, there's a stopper in it. I can't really smell it through the stopper. So, all right. So this is the Browbar Bitter Green Essence Toner. The Bitter Green Essence Toner is packed with 33 different green vegetable extracts, including artichoke, broccoli, and basil that will hydrate and purify your skin, helping to smooth unwanted texture. This mega dose of antioxidants will nourish the skin while protecting it from premature aging. And oh my gosh, its MSRP is $95. Holy moly, that's a lot of money for a toner. I mean, yeah, that's a lot of money for a toner, right? It is a big bottle. It is 5 ounces. So, I don't know. Right now, I'm using a Clinique toner. And I've also bought a Tarte toner. But the Tarte toner is definitely less expensive than this. The Clinique toner that I use might be close in price to this. I can't remember. I usually buy it at the cosmetics company, like the discount makeup stores. Have you ever seen those at the outlets? I think it's called the Cosmetics Company. I think. I'm not sure. But that's where I usually buy it. I buy like this huge bottle. And anyway, toner. That is something nice to get. And the packaging is really cute too. All right, the next item in here is this right here. This is from Nelson Beverly Hills. It's the Moisture Healing Mask. It's detangles, controls frizz, prevents hair color fading, seals split ends, protects from chlorine and salt water, restores silkiness and shine, enhances natural body, and it is the coconut scent. Does it have a safety seal? Yes, it does. Safety seal it has. All right. So this is what it looks like, and then I will read to you what the card says about it. All right. This is from Nelson J. Beverly Hills. It's the Argan Oil 7 Moisture Healing Mask. This 100% argan oil derived moisturizing hair treatment is for color treated, dry, or damaged hair. I have all of those. It detangles, controls frizz, prevents hair color fading, seals split ends, protects from chlorine, and enhances hair's natural body. How do you use this? Okay, so before swimming, you put it in your hair, but you don't rinse. It's interesting. After shampoo, apply the moisture healing mask to towel-dried hair and leave it in hair for 1 minute, then rinse. And then pre-wash. Wet hair thoroughly and apply the mask from mid-shaft through ends. Do not rinse, then shampoo and condition hair. All right, hair mask. I always like having them. Next up in here is this right here. This is such a cute little bottle. Like, that's cute. This is from Cuccio Natural. And this bottle is huge for what it is. Holy moly. This is from Cuccio Natural. I'm probably sounding that wrong. Cuccio? Oh, it actually does sit to the side. It can sit up or it can sit to the side. Huh. All right. So it's a cute bottle. This is the Milk and Honey Cuticle Revitalizing Oil, a unique natural hydrating complex of rich, lightweight oils with extra antioxidant benefits from vitamin E that absorb completely to nourish the cuticles and skin. Milk soothes and softens the skin, while honey is a natural humectant to keep the skin moisturized. It's good for 36 months. There is something floating in this bottle. I don't know what it is. There's like a little piece of something floating in it. I don't know if I held it up if you guys would see it. It might be a piece of the honeycomb. That's possible. Apply 1 drop of cuticle revitalizer to each cuticle and massage gently. Can be used daily. Holy moly. So if I did that daily, this would take me longer than 3 years to use. For 1 drop. It smells good. So like 1 drop. Like, my God, I wouldn't even use the whole dropper. Yeah, I would not even use the whole dropper in order to do both hands. So that's, yeah, that would last a million years for me. Okay. Next up, let's go back in. We got this here from Milk Makeup. This is the Milk Makeup Kush Lash Primer. White. This is the white lash primer. I'm going to go ahead and open this because I am going to use this today. I have a mascara that I'm going to put over top of it, but this is a primer. So, alright, so it's just a black tube. It's heavy though. It's like super heavy. My nose is itchy. I don't know what's going on with it. Okay, this is really, really heavy. So this is the Milk Makeup Kush Lash Primer. A lash primer with thickening heart-shaped fibers and conditioning hemp-derived cannabis seed oil for a volumizing base. All right, I am going to be using something else in here on my face, but I will be coming back to this and putting this on in a couple of minutes. Okay. Next up, I've got this right here. This is from Browbar by Reema. It's the Hollywood Icon Face Kit. Okay. And it's pretty packaging. Alright, so that is what it looks like inside. This says it's the Hollywood Icon Collection. Includes 1 bronzer, 1 translucent powder, 2 blush, 2 highlighter, 4 eyeshadow, and 1 brush. So my guess is that this is the translucent powder. I mean, that's like a big duh, right? This is probably a blush. These 2 are the highlighters. What's the bronzer? Maybe this is the bronzer and these are the blushes? Or this is the... Maybe this is the bronzer and these are the blushes. Because it's 4 eyeshadows, so that makes sense. These 4 eyeshadows, 2 highlighters, translucent powder. I'm thinking this is the bronzer and these 2 are blushes. I don't know though. I don't know. This is the, let's see what this says. Browbar by Reema. Try not to blind you. I'm not going to hold that up. It's too reflective. Okay. Browbar by Reema, the Hollywood Icon Face Kit. Bombshells, get ready for your close-up with Browbar by Reema's Hollywood Icon Face Kit in Drama Queen. Is that what it says? Yes, it is. Each palette comes with a bronzer, translucent powder, 2 shades of blush, 2 shades of highlighters, 4 shades of eyeshadow, and a brush. A complete look, ready to go, all in a beautiful gold compact. But yet, there is another item in this box. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out. This is the Morphe x Manny MUA Glam Palette. So, let's get into this little sucker here. Okay, I remember when this came out, but I didn't buy it. This is the Morphe X Manny MUA Glam Palette. All right, so that is that. I don't have a lot of Morphe. In fact, the only Morphe I have in my entire collection is the Morphe and Jaclyn Hill original palette. I did have one other Morphe palette, or maybe two, but I got rid of them in my last declutter. So, but I'm willing to give this a try. I'm willing to give it a try. So this is the Morphe X Manny MUA Glam Palette. Are you ready to go glam with Manny MUA? This mirrored does have a mirror in it. This mirrored palette pairs up 12 wearable anything but basic eyeshadows in matte and shimmer finishes with 2 stunning highlighters. Yes, you've got every reason to be shook. So I got 2 palettes. I don't really mind that I got 2 palettes. So let's go back over everything, and then I'm going to go into the try-on portion of today's video. That is everything from my box. My box is empty, so we're going to go ahead and put that on the floor just to get it out of the way, give me a little bit more elbow room here. We've got the Morphe X Manny MUA palette in the Glam palette, the Browbar by Reema Drama Queen palette, and then the toner, the hair mask, and the nail oil. Oh, the mascara primer, lash primer. All right, let's go ahead. If you haven't, or if you're not sticking around for the try on portion of the video, thank you for watching. I hope to see you on a future Epic Beauty Fail video. So let's go ahead and get into the products. First and foremost, I'm gonna go into the Browbar palette and use the translucent powder on my under eyes, because I didn't put any powder on my under eyes when I put my concealer on. So let's do that first. All right, I'm gonna just pat that in a little bit because I do have some lines under my eyes, although this doesn't have a tendency to sit too deeply in my eyes. So I'm gonna go into the translucent powder. Ooh, that looks very, very white. Let's put that on my under eye. I'm gonna put a little bit on my nose too, because I usually do. And I do normally powder my entire face, but I'm not going to with this powder. I'm just going to use this on my nose and my under eyes. So, all right. I mean, it's powder, right? Okay. I'm going to go into the bronzer then. This is not a bronzer color for me. That is red. So that's got to be a blush, at least for me. I'm going to try to use this as my bronzer, but I do have a big brush. So I'm just going to squeeze a little brush here and try to get some of that on the brush. And we'll see if this shade works for me. Okay. That does work. It's not too deep. It's not too pale. For a minute there I thought it was too pale, but I think it worked okay. It is a little bit more orangey than I prefer. I do prefer more of a grayish tone, which I know then makes it contour rather than bronzer, but it's okay. All right, that's not bad. All right, blush. I'm going to go into the deeper of the 2 shades. And right, because the Manny palette only has highlighters, right? Yes, eyeshadows and highlighters. So I'm going to go into the deeper of the 2 blushes here. All right, sometimes I get a little bit too much blush on my face and I go back in with a little bit of translucent powder. Actually, let me use my powder brush to tone that down just a little bit. I get carried away with blush. All right. So for highlighter, I have 4 highlighters. I have the 2 in here, which this one is too deep for me. There goes the brush. The brush doesn't seem bad, but this highlighter is too deep for me. Maybe that's supposed to be the bronzer. Maybe it's supposed to be a shimmery bronzer. It's definitely shimmery, but it's too deep for me for a highlighter. This one I can probably use, but let's go ahead and look at the Morphe ones. Yeah, so these 2 are actually, this is Apollo, this is Nova. I think they're both, well, Apollo is very close to that highlighter in the Browbar one, but I'm going to go with Nova from the Manny palette because that's more of a shade that would work for me and my skin tone. So we're going to go in with that. I mean, I could probably use the Apollo and I could use the lighter shade in the Browbar palette, but for me, the Nova I think is going to work the best for me. So, all right, that's not bad. I've heard good things actually about Morphe, like bronzer, blushes, and highlighters. I have not gotten any of them before, so I have not tried them before. The eyeshadows though are supposed to be pretty hit and miss. I think it's pretty. Okay, now onto the eye look. Let's figure out what I want to do for my eye look. So I've got these 4 over here on the Browbar palette, and then I've got the 12 shades on the Morphe palette. I think I'm going to go ahead and stick with the Morphe palette. I did use all the face products in, well, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use one of the shadows. These 3 are all shimmers, so I'm not going to use those, but this one is a matte. I'm going to use that one in my crease. But before I do that, I'm going to go into the Mani palette and use the shade Dust Cloud, which is this one right here. And I'm going to put that all over my lid just to get me started, because I just normally do that. I normally start with a cream shade just to get me started. Now, I do not have any eye primer on today. And that's part of the reason why I would normally wear a cream shade, to just kind of like set the primer, which I'm not wearing, but it's, you know, it's force of habit. I normally wear a cream shade first, so I'm just going to keep with wearing a cream shade first. All right, I'm going to go back into the Browbar palette now, and I'm going to use that Cool Toned Brown, which actually might be a really good shade for a contour for me, to be honest with you. But I'm going to go into that shade, and it's a little bit powdery. I'm going to put that in my crease. All right, I don't feel like that shade did very much. I'm going to go ahead and swatch the other 3 just to see how they turn out. That green one is actually pretty glittery rather than like a shimmer. Yeah, that's almost like a topper. So I have the green one, the purple one, and then the gold one. The gold's pretty. I think the purple is pretty. The green one is more like a glitter topper than an eyeshadow. So yeah, it's more like a glitter topper than an eyeshadow. So all right, I'm gonna skip the rest of those. I think that the bronzer and the blush actually were pretty, so that's nice. All right, let's go over to the Morphe palette now and see what we can do with this. I'm gonna go into Sophie, and I'm gonna put that in my crease because I wasn't getting a lot of payout from that other shade. So let's see what this one can do. Now the question is, what do I want to do next? It seems like it goes like really deep, really fast in here. It's like super pale over here, a gold, and then like deep. You know what I mean? Am I blinding you with the mirror? Probably. All right, let's see. What do I want to do? What do I want to do? I'm interested in the Aries shade. Number 1, because I am an Aries. But number 2, because it does seem to be like a 2-tone shade. All right, you know what? Let's just go for it. I'm going to go into the Firewitch shade, which is the lightest shade. This is, you know, it's stepping a little bit outside my comfort zone. I normally don't go with these kinds of looks, and I do have a turquoise shirt on. So these shades are definitely not really like matching my shirt today, but that's okay. It is like 7 o'clock at night, so it's okay. I'm going to put this all over my lid. All right, I ended up using my finger to get more color payoff out of there, because that brush I was using, I mean, granted, I was using a crease brush, really. I wasn't using the proper brush, but I really wasn't getting a lot of color payoff from that color. So I went in with my finger, and it turned out okay. Okay, next, I think what I'm going to do is, I think I'm just going to go over that with Aries. I'm tempted to use Cancer, but I'm going to use Aries. All right, that is a disappointment. Like, all of the shadows stayed on my finger. None of it came off on my lids, and then I wipe it on my hand, and it like comes off on my hand. But I'm really struggling to get it to go on my lids. Like, get a lot of it on my finger, and then I'm really like, I don't want to jab myself in the eye, you know what I mean? But it's just not really sticking to, and then it's still on my finger. But it does come off on my hand. So this shade is challenge. The shade's a challenge. It really is. Yes, yes it is. All right, I'm done with that one. I'm gonna go into Scorpio, which is the golden shimmer. This one right here. And I'm gonna put that on my lid. See if that does any better. That's not really doing any better. See, it's just sticking to my finger. It's not coming off my finger. Can you guys see that? Like, it's just not coming off my finger. Of course it'll come off on the back of my hand, but I can't get it to come off on my eyelids. All right, I'm getting a little frustrated, y'all. Okay, let's go into Howl, which is the dark brown over here. I'm gonna put that in my crease, or yeah, I'm gonna put that just in my outer corner and then on my lower lash line. Let's see how this works. All right, I'm gonna go into Scorpio, which is the gold shimmer, and put that on my inner corner. Meanwhile, I'm gonna tell you that the shimmers in this palette I am not liking at all. They just are not working very well. All right, I'm putting the Scorpio shade, the golden shimmer, in my inner corner. My camera shut off on me. I think it shut off somewhere about the time that I was telling you I was doing this. But let me tell you my thoughts. So the shimmers in this palette are causing me a lot of issues. The mattes actually I'm having a pretty decent go at, but these shimmers are causing me a lot of issues, which is unusual because my understanding is that shimmers are actually easier to make than mattes are. But in this palette, I'm having no problems with the mattes. It's the shimmers that I'm having issues with. So I'm gonna have to play with that a little bit more. Morphe, I like my Jaclyn Hill palette. All right, let's go into the eye primer last here and see what this looks like. Like I said, this bottle is like super heavy. Okay, the brush is twisted, which is kind of different. I don't know that I have any mascaras or anything that look quite like that. It's a little distracting to be honest. And I'm gonna poke my eye out, so there's that. All right, all this seems to have done is like made my eyelashes gloopy. I did not put it on my lower lash line, but my upper lash line, it just looks like they're all stuck together. So that's not my favorite look. All right, I'm just gonna go in with this Tarte mascara I got in my Ipsy Plus box. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on, I'll be right back. All right, so I went ahead and put some lip products on. Just use this Makeup Geek Plush Matte shade in Soccer Mom. Yeah, Soccer Mom. While I was done with my mascara. All right, let's talk about the products. I liked the face products that were in the Browbar palette. The matte eyeshadow that I tried did not have a lot of payoff, but everything else I tried in this palette I actually really did like. The Morphe palette, I like the highlighter, I like the mattes. The shimmers I struggled with, so I'm gonna have to keep playing with that to see if I can make them work, but the shimmers just were not my friend. And then the lash primer. I don't know that it really did much of anything. It might have. I just put this mascara on the other day and I don't really notice much of a difference. I don't know how much of a difference it's supposed to make, but I didn't really notice much of a difference, but that's okay. I will keep using it. I opened it. Would I go out and buy it? Probably not. I have heard from, actually one of you guys commented on a video long ago telling me that when I have a lot of flakes, if I use a lash primer, that would help. It's just not something I would normally go out and buy. And to be honest with you, a lot of my mascaras, I have a whole drawer of unopened mascaras, and a lot of my mascaras come from beauty boxes. So I think this might only be the second time that I've gotten a lash primer in a beauty box. So I'll keep using it. Anyway, that is it for my Boxycharm Premium. It's $35 a month. I do feel like I got $35 worth of products that I will use this month. I like the Browbar palette. The Morphe palette's okay. I got to keep playing with it to see if I can get it to work. The toner is the most expensive thing in here. I like the hair mask. I'm going to have to give that a try. The cuticle oil, I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, that's it for my video today. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, a thumbs up is always appreciated down below. If you have not yet, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button? It helps me out a great deal, and I really do appreciate it. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below as well. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to see you on the next Epic Beauty Fail. Bye!